Hey, you guys, welcome to the Rachel Cruze Show. All right, today we're going to talk about two things that I happen to love a lot: Disney and saving money. That's right. Oh, I love the idea of going to Disney World, but you can save some money while you're planning and when you're actually there. So that's what we're going to dive into, because any tips and tricks I love. So here's one that's not money related, but I hope you appreciate it, is to change your shoes halfway through the day. I brought an extra pair of shoes for all of us in the backpack that we left in the stroller. And after we used to do these long, all day live events back in the day with Ramsey Solutions, and we learned to switch our shoes halfway through the day and your feet don't hurt as much. So I took that tip to Disney World and now I'm giving it to you. So you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, before we get into all the ways to save money at Disney World, because saving money matters, also taking care of your family matters. With Christian Healthcare Ministries, you can care for your family's health and bank account. To learn more, go to chministries.org/Rachel. All right, if you are on baby steps 1, 2, or 3, Disney may have to wait for now. But listen, just put on some Disney music, dance around your house, budget, all the things that will motivate you to say, no, we can save up. Once we are on baby steps 4, 5, and 6, 7, then we can go. So for all of you on baby steps 4 through 7, here are some ways to save. Spend part of your trip at the hotel pool or Disney Springs. So this is great because it saves you from buying a park ticket every single day. And especially if you're going for a couple of days, it's kind of nice to say, yeah, like we're going to just hang out at the pool. Next, skip the park hopper option and visit one park per day. So the park hopper is a minimum of $70 per ticket per day. So you'll save at least $70 a day, which is amazing. So being able to stay at one park, especially if you have small kids, it actually is a great way to do it. All right, next up is the controversial Genie Plus. So Genie Plus is an app. It has lots of different features, but what used to be just the Fast Pass lane and getting your Fast Passes on the Disney app, they've changed it. So now you actually have to pay for some of that. But listen, if you're taking my last tip and you're spending one day at one park, you may not need to buy Genie Plus because you have the day to stand in lines. But if you say, no, I want to, park hop and I don't have a lot of time, so I want to go to different parks, then Genie Plus may help you skip some of those lines. So you have Genie Plus that you can pay for. You can skip some of the lines and do the whole new thing. But there's also lightning lanes. And so this is something that you can actually, pay even more for. So while Genie Plus costs $16 per day per ticket, then you get, some great spots in the park when it comes to lines and all of that. But you also have a few rides per park that are the bigger rides. So like Space Mountain, for example, that you have to book a separate individual lightning lane pass. And if you do that, then you have access to 2 rides per day on that, and prices vary per ride. So again, some places you can spend some money if you want to be skipping lines. Maybe it's a great investment for you, but if you're going to be at one park per day, this may be a place to save money and skipping Genie Plus altogether. Next, buy Disney gift cards at 5% discount at places like Costco, Sam's Club, Target, so you can use your red debit card and save money there buying Disney gift cards. So when you have the gift cards, it's so great. It's amazing. And you get 5% off. It's wonderful. Next is to ditch the dine-in plan. So Disney is known for all the fun food and the snacks and all of it. It's all so great. But what's also great is that you can bring your own food. So you can bring your own snacks and sandwiches. You can even bring in a cooler, and they have lockers that you can put the cooler up. You can fill up your water bottles for free at the park. So again, it's not the most glamorous option. Sure, would we love to go and spend all this money on all the food at Disney? Yes, but if you don't have all the money to spend for all the food, this is a great place to save. And if you skip the dine-in options, you guys, and you do quick service, and you're not sitting down at a table being served, then naturally you're gonna save more money. Those are typically more expensive restaurants, and you don't have to tip. So that's an extra 20% savings right there. Next, use PhotoPass photographers but don't buy the package. So you can actually hand them your phone, ask politely, and they'll take your picture for free, which is great. Next, buy your Mickey Mouse ears, your clothes, any toys, all of that ahead of time. So Amazon has a ton of stuff. If you go to Etsy, there's so many local artists that do really fun Disney t-shirts and all of that. You can buy it all before, because when you get to the park, they can be very, very expensive. Next, pack your own medication and sunscreen, all of that. So being able to avoid buying all of that at the park will save you money, because again, they just jack up the prices. So if you're someone like me, I get a migraine like 4 times a year. It's not a big deal, but when it happens, it's terrible. And if I don't have my Excedrin with me and like pop those pills within like 30 minutes, I'm down for the count. So I was like, okay, I want to have some of that, in my bag just in case, because if something happened and I needed it, I'm not paying like $50,000 for a thing of Tylenol or Excedrin there at Disney World. So thinking ahead and saying, hey, I can pack some stuff so I don't have to buy it at the park. Now, what's also great though is at Disney, they have first aid stations. So they'll actually give you Band-Aids and all of that for free, which is very nice. Next, use an authorized Disney ticket broker or planner. So this is a free service, and these are people that eat, breathe, love Disney with a major, major passion. So what's great is that this saves you so much time on the front end, because they're doing a lot of your planning. They're looking through all the details and all of that. So ultimately, they're gonna help save you money. Now, if you do go through a broker, don't forget that they'll add the 6.5% Florida state tax to your bill. So just factor that into your price so that you're not shocked. Also, plan early and start saving. So plan your travel dates. You can stretch out your budget if you need to figure out, okay, here's when we wanna go, here's how much we think it's gonna cost. So how can we plan every single month and have the money so when it gets to be that time, it's all saved up because you've been planning ahead of time and saving that money. Okay, let's break down a couple of options when it comes to staying at Disney. So we're gonna look at a low end and a mid price point at Disney resorts. A 5-night stay, family of 4. And these prices are for May of 2022. Since again, you're gonna be saving in advance and not going into debt, you're probably gonna be looking at prices in 2023. But again, this is just giving you a good idea. Now, what's crazy is as I was looking at these prices, it's insane because normally you would say, hey, if you go off property and stay, it actually will be less expensive. But the wild thing is, you guys, some of these Disney World value resorts are actually less expensive than off-property options in Orlando. Yep, because they're charging you now to use their pool, for shuttles, all of it. There's so many add-ons now. So do your homework. Look off property to see, okay, is it cheaper or is it cheaper to stay at a Disney value resort? Because honestly, when I did my research, what's crazy is, it's actually cheaper to stay at Disney. So let's look at some options. Disney's All-Star Sports Resort is $145 a night, and this is a low-end price point. So let's say you have a 3-day park ticket with Genie Plus, so we're gonna be skipping the lines, 2 days off to spend at the pool or other attractions. Total for tickets and lodging is $2,478. And with the park hopper option, if you added that, just add another $300 to that. Next up is Animal Kingdom's Kidani Village. So this is a deluxe studio with kitchenette, $546 a night. This is a mid-price point option. And let's say you have a 3-day park ticket with Genie Plus, 2 days off to spend at the pool or other free attractions. Total for tickets and lodging is $3,519. And if you want to add the park hopper, just add another $300 to that. And then when you think about, okay, what's all the other money you're going to spend? Well, let's say you spend $120 a day on food, because remember, we packing some snacks and all of that. So that'll be $600 all in for food for your trip. So you buy a pair of mouse ears or 4 pairs, that's $40 off Amazon. Let's say you bought some apparel and some toys to have in the hotel room for your kids, all of that ahead of time, that's $175. You have the free Disney bus transportation to and from the parks, $0. The shuttle to and from the airport, 4 people round trip is $136. So a total of $951 you'll be spending on extra stuff while you're there. So if you're saving in May of 2022 for a vacation of May in 2023, then let's look to see, okay, so you have your low end lodging option with all the other stuff added together is $3,350. And if you save that over 12 months, per month, you need to save $279. For the midpoint lodging option and all the other stuff, that's $4,390. Divide that by 12 months. That means you need to be saving $366 a month. There you go. All the math, you guys, and you're thinking, well, that's great, Rachel. But how do I get all this extra money to save? Well, you could pick up a side gig, you could pet sit, dog walk, babysit, and I'll link a video to a recent episode that I did on starting a side hustle in the description, so check that out. You can brew your own coffee for $150 a month. You can skip eating out once a month for $100. You can buy store brand at the grocery store. That's $60 a month in savings. And between now and Disney, don't go anywhere else. Have a staycation if you want to. So cut random spending that you have and take all that extra money and you can put it towards your Disney World vacation. And ask yourself, how old are your kids? So there's no right or wrong answer here, but kids 3 and under are free, but they may not remember the trip. Kids between 3 and 10 years old, they get a small discount on tickets. And the rumored sweet spot for kids' ages is anywhere from 6 to 10 years old. So you can save money without sacrificing your experience at Disney. And the best way to plan for your Disney vacation is to budget for it. So check out our free app, Every Dollar, to start working on your budget today so you can live happily ever after. I hope this helps you guys, because I think Disney, it's such a fun trip. All of you that hate Disney and think it's terrible, it's fine. We can still be friends. But all of you that have this dream of like, oh, I would love to take my kids one day, it is possible to do it. It's possible to do it with cash and to have a really great time. And again, not have like this miserable Disney experience. You can still have a great one, but saving up and paying cash, it's the way to go. Remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.